everybody, welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. I am Star the Flippin Hippo. Today is August 26th and it is a Monday, which means it's time for What Sold on eBay! Just like every week, I'm going to take you guys on a walk through our Instagram posts of the week to show you the photos of our shipping piles each day. Typically, I do this to give you guys an idea of what shipping looks like for a volume-based business as far as how many packages typically go out, the ups and the downs, the normal roller coaster ride of online sales. However, this week it's going to be more of a look at how bad things were last week. For us, there were a couple of weeks where we weren't as active as we should have been. We weren't listing as much as we should have, and initially, we were blaming our slow sales on that. However, most of last week, many of you, the subscribers on this channel, many of the members in our Facebook group, and many other people in the reselling community on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and even private messages, were telling me that sales were down. They were down across the board for a lot of people last week. They were really bad. Our sales were in the toilet. It was dismal, to say the very least, and I feel like a lot of sellers saw that last week. Just really low sales, not only volume wise, but what was selling. No one was spending money. Anything they were buying the cheaper stuff, the discounted items, and not the luxury or high-end stuff. And most of the offers that were coming in from buyers were really low. So whatever it was that caused it, there were a lot of glitches going on last week. I've already spent a lot of time in videos talking about those. There were a lot of glitches going on last week. A lot of folks were talking about how it was back to school week for most of the nation. Whatever it was that caused it, it seemed to be pretty widespread. And just out of curiosity, we did check our back end on the Seller Hub, where they tell you if you're up or down from this time last year. We were up 8%. Our sales were that awful, and we were still up 8% from last year, which tells us that this time of year in particular is just bad. For whatever reason, last year sales were super slow, and this year at the same time they were super slow, but we were still doing better than we were last year. So for us, that's an achievement, that's an improvement. If sales are always down this time of year, if it's happening to everyone and we're still up from last year, that means we're okay, that we're not actually doing anything too terribly wrong or tanking ourselves. That's not to say that you shouldn't be doing all of the best practices that I talk about all of the time and listing every day and trying to increase your sales. Even when it is a typical slow time, you should still be listing just as much, if not more than usual, to kind of offset it. And also when you come out of it, you're going to end up selling that much more because you've been so active and doing so many of these best practices during the slow time. You're just going to thank yourself for it. So if you're still slow, I would just recommend to keep doing what you're doing. We're all going to climb out of this together real soon. Q4 is just around the corner. So just keep doing all of those best practices I talk about. Be active every day. List every single day. End your stale good till canceled and relist them as sell similar. Run your sales. Do promoted listings. Have best offer on. All of those things. That said, let's just jump right on in here to the Instagram photos. This is today's. We had 26 sales over the weekend, 25 packages. So we had one buyer that bought 2 items on eBay. We had 23 eBay sales and 3 sales on Poshmark. So our volume is back up to where it should be. We had a $50 plush go out. We had $60 shoes go out. So not only is our volume back up to where it should be, our overall profit and sale numbers are doing really great now. Now that I've said that, knock on wood, keep your fingers crossed that the trend continues. You can see here, last Monday was a completely different story. 14 sales for the whole weekend. That's not good. That's just a little over our historical sell-through rate for one day. So having that for the 3 days was pretty bad. When I do our sales each day, we ship every day at 2:30, 3 o'clock. So these Monday photos are from Friday at 2 till say Monday at 2. So that 14 is bad. Horrible. Tuesday wasn't that bad, I guess. 6 sales. 4 of those items went to one person, so we only had 3 packages. Wednesday we had 3 sales. Thursday we had 4. And on Friday we started to bounce out of it. We had 10 packages, all eBay sales. So whatever was going on, maybe it started to bounce out Friday when we had the 10 go out, and then we had this really great weekend. It could have been a result of us putting our heads down and really grinding away last week. I think it's probably a combination of both. But yeah, things are starting to look up. So whatever you guys are doing, keep doing it. You will thank yourselves later, even if things stay slow now. If you double your listings between now and October 1st, which is the first official fiscal day of Q4, you will have that many more listings people will be looking at and buying from you. All right, let's jump on over here to the highlights of the week. Typically, I start with all of the plush that sold in the past week to show you guys. This week, you will notice there are not going to be any plush or stuffed animals in this video. If you're asking why, that's because this week, later on, I will be doing a plush-centric video. It will just be plush that sold on eBay in the month of August. So you will have seen some of the plush already throughout August, what sold videos on Mondays. I didn't want to give you guys a double look at anything back to back in the same week. So I'm not showing you any plush tonight. Later on this week, probably Wednesday or Thursday, I will be doing a plush that sold on eBay, and you guys can see all the plush that sold. I will say that over the weekend, we did really, really well with plush. I'm very excited to show you some of those, but that will come later. So we're just going to start with some jeans. Most of these jeans I'm going to show you are bread and butter. I've got 5 pairs to show you, and 1 pair is a luxury brand or a really good brand. So these Fat Fashions women's jeans were 99 cents at Goodwill. I've got 2 pairs here. Both are juniors, size 13. One was a bootcut medium wash. One was a flare dark wash. I'm going to tell you right now that I do not source Fat Fashions anymore for women's jeans, not even at 99 cents. I will pass them over unless they're size 14 and up, or if they were really unique and had something great going on. These 2 are junior size 13, so nowadays these are something I would pass on. So they are older. I did get them for 99 cents each. They've been around for a long time. They tend to sit longer than I like, and that's why I don't source them anymore unless they're size 14 and up. The bigger sizes do better in all brands. I let both pairs of these go for $31.44 to one buyer. Between the best offers she sent on both, one had free shipping, one had an $8 flat charge. She paid $31.44 for both. I did get both pairs into one padded flat together and ship them that way. Here we have Gloria Vanderbilt. This is a brand I will only buy if I find it for 99 cents, number 1. And number 2, only if it's size 14 or larger or has something unique about it. I do really, really well with the Gloria Vanderbilt plus size jeans. And I do really well with Vanderbilt jeans that have like these unique polka dots, stripes, any kind of design on them. So these I did pick up for 99 cents. And I took a best offer of $20 on them, and they shipped in a padded flat. Here we have Democracy jeans. I have a long history with these Democracy jeans. Longtime viewers may remember the first pair I ever found. I sourced for 99 cents as a risk. I was just getting them because they were only 99 cents. I'd never heard of the brand, and I was trying them out. On a fluke, I sold that first used pair for $40. So I found a second pair that was used about a week later for 99 cents at Goodwill, brought those home. Those sold for around $35 if I remember correctly. Then I had a pair new with tags that I ended up selling for $50, I believe. I don't think that these are supposed to go that high. I think I've just, on a fluke, been really lucky with these. These are only a size 12, but they do have this ab technology. It's similar to Not Your Daughter's Jeans tummy tuck. There's a band of spandex in the inside of the jeans here that make your stomach flat. I will say jeans that have any kind of ab technology, tummy tuck, lifting, shaping, curving, any kind of jeans that have that advertise or tout that they give any kind of shape or help you look slimmer do really well. So I will pick these up for 99 cents anytime I find them, any brand, any size, not any brand, they're democracy. Any size, I would always pick them up for 99 cents. I did recomp them this time. It has been a while since I've had a pair in the store. So when I listed these on Friday, just this past Friday, I did recomp them, and I was going to list them for $21, meaning I would have put them up for $26.25. Then when they hit our 20% off sale, they would have been 21, and I would have been willing to go down to maybe 18. Because recomping them, they don't comp as high as I like to think. But then, as I was listing them, I thought to myself, you know what? I've gotten a lot more for these before. I'm going to risk it. So I wanted to put them up for 26, which would have made them $32.50, which is what I listed them for. And when the sale would have hit, they would have been $26. However, within an hour and a half of listing them at $32.50, before the sale ever grabbed them, I got an offer of $20 on them. And so I thought in my head, well, you know what? If they were at 26 and I was to counter it 10% off, it would be like 23, 22. So I went back with 22 and they accepted it. So they sold for $22 and they shipped in a pad flat that cost me 99 cents. And I believe moving forward, if I get any more of these anytime soon, relatively soon, I guess, probably from now to the end of the year, I'm not even going to comp them. I'm just going to put them up for the 26 and see what happens. I've had really good luck with these selling pretty high for me. And then we have Miss Me jeans. These are the Good brand. These came, look at these, are so awesome. Look at, they have rips and tears and holes. They just have a lot going on for them. These came out of the box that we purchased from the eBay seller that was going out of business. And everything in the box came out to $2 and some change each item. And these I had up for $51, and they sent me an offer of $20. So I went back with $45, and they came up to like $37, and I went back with $40, which they accepted. So they did sell for $40, and they shipped in a padded flat. Here's one of Keith's sweater vests. I don't know what it is with Keith and sweater vests, but he does really well with them. He does well with all colors, brands, sizes, new tags, used. Anytime he finds sweater vests for the 99 cents at Goodwill, he does pick them up. This one was 99 cents. Sold for $18.75, and it shipped first class. This tie came out of the church sale that we just went to a couple weekends ago. I showed you guys the church sale haul video last week. We spent $60 for the whole day and came home with bags and bags of shoes and ties and clothes. If you didn't see that, I'll have it pop up at the end and you can watch it if you have time. Basically, we went to a couple of sales that were cram a bag and cram a box for X amount of money depending on what size box or bag you had. We spent $60 the whole day. And we ended up with 75 cents per item. I can't remember how many items there were, but I remember it averaged out to 75 cents an item for the day. We can do the math real quick if you'd like. So we got, we spent $60 and 75 cents per item. Means we had 80 items. So that was a really good day. Like I said, I'll have the video pop up. You can watch it if you'd like. We got some really great stuff, really good shoes. Anyway, this tie came out of that haul. It was only listed for a couple of days and it sold. relatively quickly. We did take a best offer of $13.50, and it shipped first class. This was $1 at a yard sale. On a day I came home with a couple wallets and purses. Some were very badly, some were these just cloth kind of I don't want to use the word knockoff because that's illegal. They're not knockoff. They're quilted fabric purses in pretty fabrics that aren't Vera Bradley. This is a Studio C brand. I came home with a couple that day for $1 a piece. I sold a couple of the purses to Heather of Heather's Menagerie. I gave her a pretty good deal, and I believe what I charged her paid for everything out of that lot. So this was pure profit at this point. So I did accept a best offer on this of $10, and it shipped first class. This purse was free to us. I'm sure many of you have heard me by now mention my friend here local in Pittsburgh that went out of business. She retired. She got an inheritance. No longer needed the money from eBay, so she retired. And she just gave us all of her eBay inventory. Still slowly working my way through it, guys. This was in there, so it was free to us. I accepted a best offer of 10 on it. It shipped first class. This dress was also from her and her lot. It's just a Massimo Target brand. It's an extra small. Called it a yoke dress, so that's a good keyword for you guys if you see dresses like this. Yoke, Y-O-K-E. I put it up for a couple, $10.59. I sold that for that. It shipped first class. I probably wouldn't typically source something like this in the wild. I do source some Massimo items, you guys know that. Some of the jean shorts, the booty shorts, and some of the jeans. Some of the trendier items I know that are popular with the people that really like Massimo brand. It is a Target brand. Something like this though, this super small, even for 99 cents I'd pass up. But since it was in the lot that came to us for free, I hung it up on a hanger. It took me like literally 2 seconds to put it on this hanger, take a couple photos, list it. And it sold for $10.59, shipped first class. This bejeweled twist came from a yard sale very recently. I want to say it was 25 cents. That's what I remember. Wasn't worth a lot. It sold for $8.44. Shipped first class in one of those yellow padded envelopes. This Santa came out of the box Christmas ornaments. I bought at the beginning of the summer, the very beginning of the yard sale season. We went to a yard sale and got a $2 box full of Christmas mugs and a $5 box full of ornaments. The amount of items in the box came out to pennies a piece. We're actually already at the point where we're just making pure profits on them. We've already made our money back, which is awesome because there's still a ton of them in the store. And this one sold for $12. It shipped first class in a little box just to protect it. This has been around for a long time. We had 2 of these. They're canvas painting photo print thingies. There were 2. They were $1 a piece at a yard sale last year. I got both. They've been in the store for about the whole year. I kind of feel like these are something you're absolutely waiting for just the right person to come along and buy it. So we did finally sell one of them, and it sold for $17.81, plus they paid shipping. So now both of them are paid for. And when the second one sells, it will be pure profit, which will be nice. I think things like this are going to sit for a while. You're waiting for the right person. So it's nothing I would pass over moving forward. I would still, if I saw this for $1 at a yard sale, I'd still pick it up, knowing full well my last one sat for a year. Some things are just slow. Some things are just long tail. The way we shipped this, we did ship it priority mail, and they chose the economy parcel. It was actually the same price, maybe a couple pennies cheaper actually, to go priority route. So we bubble wrapped the heck out of the actual canvas painting. We bubble wrapped it really, really good, like wrapped it around it. and then we built a Frankenbox out of 2 shoe boxes that would fit around the painting. And I say we because it did take both of us, one to hold and one to wrap the tape around and stuff. But it was definitely worth it. And that's the last thing I wanted to show you this week. Let me know down in the comments below how sales have been for you. Have they improved since last week? I know many of our viewers had slow sales last week. Let me know if they've improved for you. Did you sell anything exciting? Did you flip any bolos? Did you find any really exciting things while you were out thrifting? I just love to hear from you guys and hear how you're doing. Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button before you leave. It really does help the channel and we absolutely appreciate it. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin' Hippos on all social media. And you can join our Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod Facebook group by following the link in the description box down below. Until next time, guys, have a good night. Go be productive. Go make some money. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. You're the best.